Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. I'm Baer. This is a Thursday evening stream. I'm waiting for a few more people to join us here. Only got a couple people watching live right now. I'll wait for a few more to join us. If you're a viewer and you're a subscriber, throw me a bear cave emote in the chat. Let me know you're here. And then hopefully a few more people will be joining us before we start getting into the building. We are wrapping up our Gundam Exia today, and we are going to do our first ever Mega Constructs. We got a Charmeleon to do. It'll be probably an hour and change stream. I'll be doing a little chat with y'all. So yeah, Waffles, hello. So we'll wait for a few more people to join us here before we start kicking off. But man, okay, so Patreon backers, people that support me on Patreon at $5 plus, just got a video hot off the presses that I will send out to everyone tomorrow. But I also, what we got here? Not Will Smith is hosting, which is excellent. Thank you, Will. You're not watching, but thank you for hosting me when you're not streaming yourself. So, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Oh, boy. So I got a Lego Millennium Falcon off my Amazon wish list, which is nonsense and amazing. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm going to build a giant crazy kit like that. It's so cool looking. I can't wait to start digging into it. So yes, I made a video showing that off on my mailbag, which is up now for folks that back me at the $5 level on Patreon. And or $10, and then everyone else will be able to watch that tomorrow. That's how I do my Patreon videos, is I always like to give them a little extra. I'm just doing a little fine tuning here, just clipping a thing while we wait for a few people. Yeah, Waffles. So it's the it's a 1,300 piece set from the Millennium Falcon from Force Awakens. So it's got old Han Solo in it, and I got myself a little Rey minifig as well, and so I'm very excited about that. That's the next build, not today. Today we're gonna finish up the Exia, and we're gonna work on the weapons of the Exia because we finished the head. I finished the head off stream. I'm actually putting the final touch in there. The top of the head actually piece just fell off on the floor, and I can't find it. So I'm mostly finishing the head right now, and then I will fully finish the head for off stream. But we're going to finish the weapons up on our Exia, and then we are going to do a right here. Reaching for it. Mega Constructs Charmeleon. Mega Constructs Charmeleon is right over here. We're going to build this next. That's going to be for the rest of the build for today. After we finish our weapons, we'll work on that. I'm trying these out, these Mega Constructs, because I think they'll be great for on the road. I'm going to go to Philly for PAX Unplugged, and I thought, hey, I should probably build something when I'm there. And then I thought, I don't want to bring a big kit that I'm working on a train. So the compromise I made with myself was, let me see if we can find like a Lego-like thing. Mudman, hello. You built your first Gundam, a Tristan HG. High grade, great. High grade is an awesome place to start. Congrats on your first build. That's rad. Yeah, I've been saying high grade is a great place to go. Oh, so I got this Millennium Falcon. I also got do I have it? I don't have it near me. Sol Legeo, which is a Pokemon. I got a Pokemon model kit. It's kind of like a high grade kit. So I got that, a high grade kit like for that, and that maybe I'll take to Philly with me and build in Philly. I'm only gonna be Philly for a couple days, but I thought I would do an Saturday afternoon stream in 2 weeks while I'm there, so I don't lose the stream. So anyway, okay, so like I said, let's go. We got 9 viewers. That's rad. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we've got our body done. Shoulders were a little annoying. As I said, I dropped a piece from the head that fell, and then I'm going to find that off stream because I couldn't immediately find it. But when I put my table away, it will magically appear. So that's for all intents and purposes, we are done with this kit with the exception of the weapons. Like I said, these shoulder pieces, I don't know if I'm messing it up or if it's just sucks. But this shoulder piece doesn't want to stay on no matter what I do. So I would say whoever ends up with this in the future, due to my raffles, hey, why don't you buy yourself a little bit of glue? So we're going to put Exia aside, and we're going to build some weapons for Exia. I'm glad, Mudman, I'm glad it was a cool build. I think that's awesome. All right, so we're going to build weapons. We're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this stream and get some weapons built. We're looking at... all right, so let's look at what the pieces that we need here are F-34. Okay. All right, yeah, so we're going to work on this kit here. We're building weapon stuff for our Exia. I'm excited about that because these weapons look pretty cool. So let's get to building, shall we? Thanks everybody who's hanging out tonight. As always, Mudman, my Twitter is twitter.com/PatBaer, my name. Send me photos of the stuff you built. I always retweet. If anyone else is working on anything, working on other than obviously right now working on a GN sword, I'm working on it. But yeah, if you're painting model kits or figures or doing anything like that, always feel free to send me something that you're working on, either while you're watching me or while you're doing something else. H-Bomb and Friends are hosting. Let's see here. What I gotta do is move this down there. Okay. Streamlabs thing should now appear in case someone else is follows or subscribes. Of course, you know, if you're like, hey, I should subscribe to this, if you're thinking about subscribing, it would be awesome. If you got a Twitch coin, you can do that. If you've got, if you just want to spend money, more than welcome to. We are in the race to 50 subscribers. That is the next time that I will do a raffle, and I will, or a lottery, I should say, and I will pull the name out of one of my subscribers, current subscribers, when I hit 50, and I will send them a kit. They will get the Master Gundam from G Gundam, which is a beautiful looking kit. H-Bomb and Friends has just subscribed. Happy 2-month anniversary. Harold, thank you so much for subscribing for 2 months. That's rad as heck. I really appreciate it, Harold. Thank you for your support. You're a rad dude. So thank you for supporting me in my continued endeavors to do cool things. I just broke off the wrong piece, so I'm going to go find the right one. I was chatting and having a good time and neglected my post. All right. Very cool. Yes. Throw in. You got to throw in that bear cave, Harold. My watch is falling off, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. I'm a little disheveled today. I ran around. I did a lot of errands. And I'm gonna say it right now. You'll see it when you watch the video. If you watch the video, it's up for everyone. Not tomorrow. My mailbag video. It'll be on my YouTube. I got kind of emotional today when I saw that kit, the wonderful Millennium Falcon that I'm going to build, starting on my next full stream. Not today, but the next one I do, I'll be working on that. And I don't know, I got a little choked up thinking about the generosity. And also, so the thing is, if you don't add a note on, so always, if you're ever going to buy something on, I'll post the link later. You're obviously under no pressure to do that. But if you ever buy anything on my Amazon wish list and send it to me, please put a note in there because this person didn't. So I don't know who bought that for me. And I would love to thank you on Twitter or here on the stream. And I can't do that because I don't know who bought it. But it was rad as hell. I got that. I got like two. I got a nice little model kit that'll be a nice little filler kit that I'll probably do if I'm like think I'm gonna finish a kit up and want to take a break before I start a new big kit. It'll be a nice refresher kit, and then like that Falcon, man, we're gonna work on that for a while. Like I think that's gonna take 1,300 pieces, Lego pieces. That's gonna take some time. It's gonna be awesome, but it's definitely going to take a little time to do. So I can't wait to get started with it. So theoretically, I might start that on Saturday. Right now, at this very moment, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on my own account on Saturday. So it hasn't happened 100% yet. It looks like I will be going on a Extra Life stream, which I would mirror here because it would be on Twitch. So I would mirror it here and folks could watch it, but it wouldn't be my stream. So I don't know for sure if that's going to happen. Like I said, I can't know for sure right at this very moment. I think it's going to happen. Okay, so we take that, we put that aside. The offer was made, and it looks like I'm going to do it. I'll be posting on my Twitter account if, in fact, I do end up joining a extra live stream on Saturday. It would be in the evening. I'd probably start a little earlier than I would do my normal streams here and go for a few hours. I'll be bringing a Mega Constructs kit with me in case I want to build something on that stream. If the person running that stream wants me to do a little building, I'll have the option for them. But I'll post about it. And if it falls through, if I don't end up doing it, if it looks like I'm not going to stream on someone else's stream for Extra Life to raise money for kids, then I'll do my normal stream. But I don't know for sure. But I will check on Saturday, check my Twitter. But if I do end up going on a bigger streamer than my own, like a big streaming channel, then I will mirror it. All right, so we're building a big sword knife. So I'm just going to try to snap this into place here. And snap this, pretty flimsy. I think that's overall my impression. This is my first real grade kit, as you know, is that some of these pieces feel very flimsy and some feel super secure. And it's kind of hit or miss what you get. All right, and then I need a 23. Yeah, so I like this kit, but it's not like, I don't know. I've got another real grade kit. It's a Gundam Wing real grade kit. Wing Gundam, and it transforms. So I'm excited about doing that because I haven't had a transforming kit yet on the stream. I've never built one on this stream. So I'm excited about eventually doing that. But I'm also fine with waiting a while so that we can build a Millennium Falcon and do some Lego. I'm very excited about that. All right, great. So we're working on this kit here. We're going to build this here. Working on a cool knife. And F here. All right, so now we're basically building a handle for our knife, our big sword knife. It's a sword. I don't know why I call it a knife. Yeah, another great way to know if when I'm streaming on Saturday, if I'm going to be hosting someone else's stream or if I'll be streaming myself, is to give me a follow. If you haven't followed me already, please go ahead and do that. That lets me know where you're at. Always appreciated for follows. You know, subscriptions are great if you've got that Twitch coin because you have Twitch Prime and you're not watching ads anymore. That rules. There are other ways to support me, which I'm going to put links to in a moment. And of course, those of you watching later on YouTube, hello, and also the links are in the show description. Always make sure I do that so that people can see what's up. What we got here? The Scorpion. Oh, the Scorpion. Hey, I get that. That's real good. Great job, the Scorpion. You got a good name. That looks weird. Let me make sure that's the right piece here. F17. Yeah, all right, that's the right piece. Oh, I put it on wrong. Okay. Put it the wrong way. That would explain it. And then this snaps into place like this. Yeah, so I'll put some links up for things so people can see what I'm doing and what's going on with me. In my life here in New York City, I've got shows here. At GaymerX East is this Saturday and Sunday. And what I found out, which I'm very excited about, they're being live streamed. Originally, I was going to record 404ing it that I'm doing on Sunday, and I was just going to put that up on my own. But it's being live streamed, so I'll be able to just rip the archive off Mixer and then put it on my YouTube later. Let me find this piece right here, and then I'm going to put the links up right now because it is exciting and cool. So the talk that I'm doing with Tanya and this guy Ben and SAMMUS is a fantastic rapper and wonderful person. I'm doing a talk with them, and that's going to be live streamed. And then my panel 404ing it will also be live streamed, and that's very cool. So let me really quickly put this together, and then I'm going to put those links up so people can watch that live on Mixer, which used to be Beam, but then they changed it to Mixer. Here's my whole GaymerX schedule, which is this weekend. GaymerX East, I should say. I should clarify that it's GaymerX East. It's here. It'll be listed in the YouTube description for those of you watching later. But right now, here you go. So, GaymerX East. I got 2 panels. One is, I'm going to read it right off there. Saturday, 2 p.m. How to get a panel like a pro without being one. Tanya DePass, who's fantastic. She runs I Need Diverse Games. We got Benjamin Reed, who's a AAA developer, now an indie developer, and SAMMUS, wonderful, fantastic musician, and an awesome person. And then on Sunday is my panel with Danielle Riendeau, Abby Russell, and Zandra van Chestein, who also did the Bear Cave emote that I'm going to put right there. Alexandra did that, and she's rad as fuck. And overall, it's going to be a really cool show. I'm very excited for GaymerX East. I'm going to play some board games that are under development. I'm going to play some video games. I might buy a little merch. And they're going to be live on mixler.com/GaymerX, which they just announced yesterday, and I didn't know, and I'm very excited. Both my panels happen to be in panel room A, which is the one that they're streaming. So I'm very excited about that. All right, so we've got ourselves this kind of cool thing that opens up and becomes a gun. I don't know how this works. So yes, we got some sort of shield that also is a sword, and I don't, like I said, not sure how that works. How you have a gun sword, but it does. So we got a weapon here. We built a weapon, and now we're going to work on more weapons. We need to build some hilts for some swords, some sword blades. Yeah, hey, chat, let me know if you're building anything tonight, if you're doing any painting. I think I mentioned that before, but of course, if you're working on something, and if you're not willing to share there, always send me a message on Twitter. I think if somebody sent me something after the stream, I will do a retweet of that. So yeah, so that's this weekend is GaymerX East. Very excited about that. Gonna see some people. Gonna build some, not build. I'm gonna hang out, and then on Saturday I'll be there in the afternoon. Then I'm gonna run to another place in Midtown, hopefully, like I said, and I will go and be on a stream. And if I'm not on someone's extra live stream, then I will do my own stream that night. But I'm hoping that I'll end up on Extra Life. Yeah, Ronald, no, I agree. Mixer and Mixler are almost the same thing, and I could totally understand. I got confused when people started talking about Mixer. I hadn't heard that Microsoft had changed Beam's name to Mixer. I think they already owned something like that. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of why that happened. But when I first started hearing, oh, it's on Mixer, I was like, Mixler? What? Did Mixler start doing video? They have not. Also, I'll say this. So there was a brief period where Jeff Gerstmann was doing like after panels. He would have like his iPad like in his hand, and I didn't realize. No one realized that he was live on Mixlr. So you thought you were like talking about whatever and like just talking about a panel and like how it went, and then you were like, oh no, he's live streaming. He hasn't done that in a bit, but Gerstmann did that to me twice, and I was like glad that I didn't say anything that I didn't want strangers to hear, because that could have been bad. And it was fine. I wasn't actually mad about it, but I was surprised. All right, so I need A. I don't think I haven't, at least I haven't seen him do that in a while, so I think he stopped pulling that because that was shenanigans. Mr. Bob, you're right. That probably is what it is. It's probably like some countries they couldn't get Beam, and then they didn't want to have like a variation of Beam probably, so they instead just had Mixer already. I guess I don't know. You never know with that stuff. Then I need. Drop that. Oh yeah, Trenched. Oh, Trenched. I mean, Iron Brigade is a great name. Don't get me wrong, but Trenched just sounded like a cool. Trenched is just a cool name for a video game. All right, so goes like that. This is a cool weapon. This is a very cool kit. Like, there's just like cool. Like, cool isn't a great descriptive word. I understand if you're like, Pat, come on, you're more creative. You can say more creative things than cool. But like, I don't know, man. This is just like a cool looking weapon. I don't know. It just looks really neat. All right, I'm gonna finish this up. I got another small blade. This is identical. So there's a long blade and a short blade, which is cool. And I just have to put that on and then find the hilt, and then I'll be good to go with this. You know, here's something weird that I've been doing that I gotta talk through, and maybe y'all will have some insight into where my brain is and why I'm doing this. Okay, so that sheet's done. But I started watching like settlement building for Fallout 4, a game I bounced off on and did almost no settlement building. I've been watching like a lot of like British young men, you know, or maybe in their 20s, or like settlement building of them like making cool things and breaking the already broken stuff to make more cool things. And I don't know why I'm watching them because, like I said, I didn't like Fallout 4. I bounced off of it and I never went back to it, I never beat it. Okay, so now we got a long blade and a short blade. Look at those. Long blade, short blade, long blade, short blade. So like I said, I don't know why I'm watching them. And I'm thinking about maybe going back to Fallout 4. I mean, so I don't own a Switch, right? So I have Wolfenstein. I'm playing Wolfenstein. I'm loving Wolfenstein 2. That's my big game. Never been an Assassin's Creed's guy. Assassin's Creed, not Creeds. Never been into the Creeds. So that doesn't appeal to me. Don't own a Switch. My roommate does. When he finishes Mario, I might ask to borrow his Switch. I don't know. But so right now I'm like, maybe I should fucking play Fallout 4? I don't know. It seems like a bad idea and that I shouldn't do it. But maybe I will. I don't know. That's where I'm at right now, folks. Let me know what you're playing. What video games you are. Obviously, I'm still playing Hearthstone. Not obviously, but I'm still playing Hearthstone. I'm still loving Hearthstone. It is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, games that I've been playing. So I'm playing a lot of that. All right, we're going to work on our grippy hands. These are the hands we need to use if we want to have weapons. So we're taking this apart here. Nice and slow. Yeah, let me know in the chat. You're playing Mario Waffles. Mario looks great. Yeah, like I said, I don't own a Switch. So I have not played it. I'm a PC gamer mostly these days, so I have Wolfenstein. I'm liking Wolfenstein a lot, so I've been playing that certainly. Um, but yeah, I've been watching the Fallout. They're relaxing. You know, people like do cool, weird stuff. The people, especially the people who are just working within the system, just breaking and like playing with what Bethesda has, and they're not even using mods. It's pretty interesting. And then the people that are using mods are certainly making some cool things as well. I'm into that as well. Very cool, creative folks out there that make cool stuff. And I don't know. I don't know why. I just like some mods for Fallout 4 showed up in a recommended, and I started watching it, and I was like, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I also thought that it might be cool to if my PC could handle it, which I don't know if it could. Maybe that would be another way to do some building, some bonus building. Would be to do some Fallout builds. Maybe I get really into that. I don't know. Acton, Massachusetts in 1964. Drop mix has also been one of my jams lately, just playing freestyle, making mixes. Ooh, drop mix, that's fun. Hello, Dr. Jones, putting a cool dude in there on Super Beat Sports on your stream. That's fun. Harold, you're playing some cool stuff. Sounds like. All right, let's see. So we got a hand over here. We're clipping and snipping some excess garbage off these hands. And then what we have to do is we have to put E1 on these hands. And let's get E1 going. These are just some pieces here for the hands, or like the palms in a way. One of those pub guys. So you know what? I've kind of bounced off PUBG. I really like PUBG, but I haven't played it in a while. One of my friends who I was duoing with has been playing a lot of other stuff and hasn't been playing it. And solos are fun. I do like a good solos, but I haven't been doing it. And then I still don't feel like I'm good enough to check out with like the family dinners and join all that. I've been welcome to it. My PC's also kind of old and not great, so like I also think when I think about it, like streaming on that PC, I don't even know if that would work. I have to really dig into it. All right, so we got these hands. These hands will theoretically let me do some building, although it looks like I'm doing this wrong. So hold on one second. Let me look at this. All right, so I got a right hand here. So that would make this the left hand. So I got to swap this around. There we go. All right, and then E1 is over here. Great. We'll pop an E1 on, and then we'll have ourselves some hands that can grip some weapons. Huh. You're going to turn a Discord full of people with me to play PUBG. Yeah. No, I know there are plenty of people out there that will play with. Like I said, I'm part of the GamesBeat Family Dinners crew. Discord anyway, so I can get in. I just I haven't. I really do like solos, so I should go and play more now that my duos friend is done. All right, so we got some hands here that can grip some weapons, and so one of the things is on the back of this kit, they store a lot of our beam weapon hilts. So we'll pop some of those off to work on that. I'm going to pop off the hands that are just fists and put on our hands that can grip so that we could theoretically grab some weapons and put some weapons on. I'm not sure what weapon I'm going to grab, We'll take a look. So we'll pop off the hands. I'm going to put those in the box. We are almost done here with our kit, which is great. This was a very fun kit. It was fun to work on a real grade. I'm excited to work on my next one eventually. All right, so we'll make some beam weapons. We got short blades and we got long blades, which is kind of fun. And then like I said, we got short daggers, long daggers as well, which is pretty cool. And then there's also a way to, like, there's pieces here for a stand, which this does not come with. But, you know, if I got a stand, I could do something with that. Let me just keep going chat here. Yeah, so we're just going to build our beam weapons, and then we're done. Our beam swords, and then that'll be the end of this pretty fun kit. Like I said, this one shoulder doesn't want to stay on, and that is annoying me to no end. But other than that, this is a pretty fun kit. So what we'll do is we'll build one short sword, one long sword, and then we'll keep the other ones in our box, and then we will almost say goodbye to this kit. Right. Okay, so do a little trimming. And yeah, like this shoulder piece just does not really want to stay on, and I might have done something wrong with it, but I'm looking back and forth, and I can't seem to find what I might have done wrong. So we'll pull out here. We'll take these two off the back here, off the butt, and make some swords. And we'll make a short one and a nice long one. And put that. And put like that. Shoulder came off again. I might go on to Gundam Planet and look for the English instructions for this, see what I did wrong, but yeah. So we got some long swords, we got some short swords. It looks like our swords here will fit in on this side. Oh, that's kind of just go on there. That's kind of cool. And then our swords with our steel blades, not the beam blades, sit on the side. That's actually very cool. That's really cool. I want to show that off here on stream. Is these swords sit on the side of the kit, and it doesn't look cool when the shoulders fly off. Like I said, I'm probably going to go on Gundam Planet, see if I can find the English instructions, see why this kit is like that, which is lame. But yeah, that's about it for this kit. It didn't come together super pretty, like I said. It's got some issues that are maybe me and maybe the kit. But overall, as a real grade, this was a cool build. So let's get our arm back on, and we'll show off a little bit of this, and then we'll. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna finish this up here. Like I said, shoulders don't really want to stay on. It's got some cool weapons. It's got this thing, which is a cool gun, like a. It's got a shield and is like a weapon, which is pretty cool. Transforms like that, which is pretty neat. Let me see if I can show that. RQs are known for loose parts, Mr. Bob. Not something I knew, or RGs, I should say. Did not know that the real grade said that. So, so here's this thing. It sits like this. When you're just kind of like holding it, and then it folds like that. And it's like a cool weapon. It's pretty cool. Little gun blade here almost. But really, it's just like a cool sword with a shield. So yeah, so that's this kit. It's a little loose. It's a little wobbly. I'll be interested to see how the Gundam, the Wing Gundam, operates, which is a kit that supposedly transforms. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. But that's our kit. I'll probably take some of these pieces off and put them together. There's some extra stuff here that we didn't get to, which is always interesting what extra pieces are in there. I'll probably clip those off when I want to store this, so it'll be easier to mail out eventually. All right, we're going to move on to our next part of our builds in just a moment. Take a second there, put that aside. So, we're going to build something. We're going to do a mega constructs in just a moment. But first, let me show some links here. So, got my Patreon, I got my wish list, I got my Ko-fi. These are all ways to support. If you don't feel like doing a subscription or you can't do a subscription here, if you're not in a country that can do paid subscriptions or something like that, here are other ways to support me. Patreon is cool. I'm going to share this, which I thought was interesting about Patreon. So I've been a backer on Patreon for quite some time. And this was the first month. Last month is when I started in October. So this was the first month that people, gave me the money through it. I'm working on a goal. My original goal was $150. Right now, I have a new goal at 100, which is if I hit $100 a month, I'm at 72 right now. Once I hit 100, I will start doing monthly Q&As that will be just for people. Anybody give $1, give $20 a month. They'll be able to watch those Q&As just as a little extra thank you. And then when I hit $150, I'll start streaming 3 times a week. That's my real actual goal, is to be able to do 3 times a week. So do a Tuesday afternoon, Thursday night, Saturday night, weekly. That's my big goal. Going to try to do that. Can't do that right now. Would love to. So, and that's what I've been doing with Patreon. Now, what was interesting was, so at this very moment, I give more money to Patreon than I get. I back a bunch of different people at different levels. And what they did was they just moved the money around and only took out of my account what I owed as the balance, which I thought was really cool and interesting. And eventually, if I've got a very successful Patreon, it'll be like a drop in the bucket, right? I just thought that was kind of cool and a cool way to do it. So we're going to say goodbye to this. We're going to remove that. Ronald, you got charged $40 yesterday for Patreon. There's still several. Yeah, I mean, there are more that I don't support. There are a bunch that I only support $1. I'm only giving them $1 right now. And I would like to do more, but I can't do more than $1. There are plenty that I would love to support at a higher level than I'm doing. I will say this. So the amount of percentage that that they take, that Patreon takes for credit card, and their processing, has something to do with, is divided by how many Patreons you have. So if you can only back someone for $1, it's way better than not backing them at all. It actually really helps them. So having 6 people back at $1 is better than having 1 person back at $5. I'm not really sure of the math on how that works out, but that's what I've been told. Okay, so I am going to do something called knolling here. So basically, this is a small enough kit. This is 89 pieces. This is a Mega Constructs. I've never built a Mega Constructs before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the pieces, pieces together based on color. And then I will break them up within that color. And it'll be a lot easier for you to find. Now, if I was working with a giant set, I might go bag by bag. This was just 4 bags. So it's a lot easier to do that. So I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to tweet out right now that I've just started my Mega Constructs so that people might. Zorbs just said it was very fun. I got called a nerd by Matt Kahn, who runs GaymerX. Thank you, Matt. And then I'm going to respond to my own tweet and say about start my Charmeleon. which I have to spell check. Charmeleon. Charmeleon. Great. I sometimes write my tweets out in advance, and I didn't today. So just put a tweet out there so that hopefully people will come. We'll check it out. So great. So like I said, we're working on this Mega Constructs Charmeleon. Never worked on one of these before. Never done Mega Constructs. But the idea of having something that I can simply toss in a backpack or a suitcase and send with me when I'm traveling is very appealing to me. So I went ahead and picked this up. I've got 2 more that will go with me to Philadelphia. So I'm just going to put these, I'm just going to, take advantage of my space, use the edges. Sorbs. So I got these on Amazon.com because I have Amazon Prime. So that way I got them very fast through Prime shipping. I'm sure they're available other places. But like I said, I just used Amazon. I have a few in my wish list because I have, I'll spoil here, I have Charmeleon, Ivysaur, and Wartortle. And eventually I'd like to get the others. But all right, so right now I'm just going to put reds together. I'm going to put clears together. I'm going to put gray, dark gray, and light gray together. I'm going to put yellow together. And then I will separate them more towards what they look like. Sorry, not what they look like. The individual pieces, I will start putting those together as well. And it will just really help me. And then weird pieces I might put together. Got some of these pieces are already connected. I did a minor test of some of these, which were fun. So we'll put, there's a bunch of different kinds of red, but we'll put them together and then we'll solve later. Got some connectors. This should be a pretty easy kit. The Charmeleon is going to be very fast to go together. The actual weird thing will be the base, the stand that it sits at, the fun party there, might actually be more hard than anything else. I did put a little of this together in a previous off stream just to kind of see how it looked and how they went together. Just to kind of check that out. All right, I'll move these here. But yeah, this should be a pretty straightforward build. I'm not worried about anything in particular when it comes to this. It's mostly, it should be almost pretty mindless. It's just following instructions. But like I said, if this works out, these are going to be great for traveling because I don't need to bring snipper clips on a plane or a big box. I can bring a little box, build it, throw it back in the box, and then go home. Like I'm taking a train to Philadelphia, so I could take a kit. I might take one of the kits. I got a gift here. I think the my at the end is not supposed to be there. Zorbs, you're saying that my wish list is broken. I'm going to look right now. It might be that the way I put the link into chat, the my and Ko-fi might have gotten attached. So I'm going to put that there instead. Yeah, okay. So most likely what happened was when I dumped all those texts in there, something got snagged up. So here is the link to my wish list on Amazon. Let me click it from chat. Yep, so that's my wish list. I got some big Lego pieces. I got some small Lego pieces. I've got Charizard Mega Constructs that looks rad. There's the Squirtle versus Charmander that I would build. Some older model kits. I've got one more of the Bandai plastic model. I've got one. I got Soliego. Soliego is the Nebby's evolved form in Pokemon Sun, and someone sent that to me today. And that will, I don't know when I'm going to build that, but I will at some point because I got that Millennium Falcon to build next. That's going to be nuts. Like I said, I'll either start the Millennium Falcon on Saturday for streaming purposes, or the next time I stream, it'll definitely be that. Harold Price, I want to give you a shout out. I just saw that on my phone that you just pledged $1 on my Patreon. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much for your support. Like I said, right now, $1 pledges, you get some messages from me. When I hit $100, you'll be part of the Patreon-only Q&As. You'll be able to ask questions publicly or send them privately. NetPrints, just subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. That's awesome, NetPrints. Good evening. Thank you very much for that. Oh, I want to say, I've been talking about my Amazon wish list. So I don't know who sent me the things today. So if you ever want to, obviously no pressure, but if you're ever in the mood strikes you and you want to send me something on via, I should say, my Amazon wish list, please leave a note in it, because I don't know who sends it. If you don't, I don't get that information, so I don't know who was gracious enough to give me these cool things that I'm building, that I'll be building soon. All right, so we have pretty much nailed all our pieces color-wise. We should be able to find them pretty easily once we start building. I got one flame that's done here, 2 flames that are done here, so I'm going to put them in between. And that should be fine. Nice, pretty solid work surface that we're working with here. We should be able to get through this. I believe this will take me about a half an hour. And I should have all the pieces assembled here. So we're going to start with our Charmeleon. Like I said, this is actually the easiest thing. So the nice thing about this is it tells you up top how many of the pieces you need, what pieces you need, and then you just put them together. So we need the tail. We'll find the tail. Actually, so even though this is there, the tail, found the tail, we need one of these 1/2s, the big open 1/2 face, the butt, and then this one. Great. So yeah, this is pretty, like I said, this is going to be pretty straightforward of a build. Put that there. You put that there. Charmeleon's head is coming together. I called it a butt, but it's not a butt. It's just the back of his head. And here. Great. And just like that, we built ourselves our Charmeleon head. Really easy. This, like I said, this is going to be pretty simple, but like if I take 2 of these and that's an hour stream, there you go. That's great for the road. So I don't think these are going to be crazy complicated, but they're fun. And they'll allow me to really be able to chat with people. And then, yeah, that's all I really want to do. I want to be able to chat with y'all while I'm working on stuff. So now we're building the body. This comes together pretty easily. Like I said, I did do a little investigating on how these worked, so I have a little bit of a knowledge on how to do it. And goes like that. And goes like that. And that's our body. Okay. Body's pretty done here. All right, so then we need to put that aside. We need this. That's later. Let's see. Did I watch any anime? I'm watching Love is Like a Cocktail. Like I said, I've said that before in the past. That's a fun 3-minute show, really easy weekly show that's very cute. And I've been watching that. That's, like I said, is adorable. Just a cute little like husband and wife short little thing. You get a little bit of information on cocktails. You get to see a fun couple relax and be lovey-dovey and all that. It's pretty cool. I don't know. That's a fun little series. But this season, nothing has struck my eye. I'm excited about January. In January, we get Overlord. And I assume that the old United States will get that at Crunchyroll. They haven't announced it or anything. If they have announced it, I don't know. That is not something that I know. But I think that if it's going to go anywhere, it would go where the first season went. But Overlord was an interesting series. I know there was the Overlord movie came out, but that was really just the Overlord movie was mostly like um, a rehash of the first season, if I remember correctly. I haven't watched them because they aren't available commercially in the U.S. as far as I know, so I haven't seen them. But I would check that out if that was available for me. I'd be interested in seeing what that actually is. All right, so we're building ourselves some arms on our Charmeleon. Kind of Charmeleon here. Charmeleon started it all as far as the type in the Pokemon TV show where the second evolution of a fire type has a bad attitude. They repeated that quite a bit. Whereas like Torchic, like first evolve was like a prankster, and then he becomes like a knowledgeable big old fighting bird. The middle one is often the teenager, and that's not necessarily true with all Pokemon. Hey, if you're hearing some construction noises, I apologize. My landlord has been doing a lot of construction in their first floor. I live on the second floor of a house. The first floor, there's been a lot of construction going on, and that's mostly being daytime, which has been great because I haven't been doing afternoon streams, so it's been fine. But I think they're doing something right now, and so if you hear that, hear like a drill or saw or something, I apologize. I certainly did not want that to happen. All right, so we got the flame of Charmeleon's tail. Hey, let me know, chat. Let's do it. We're talking about Pokemon. We're talking Pokemon. We got to catch them all. So let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out right now. Starting type. What's your go-to? Mine is fire. I love all... Man, I got fire pigs. I got fire monkeys. I got fire birds. Like, I'm a fire cat. I'm always going for fire type. That's always going to be my jam. That's always what I want. We're up until the fire lizard. We started all with a fire lizard. Like, that's 100% what I'm into. I'm always going with fire type. So let me know in the chat if you're a Pokemon player what your go-to starter type is. Like, I understand some people want to, like, sometimes they're like, oh, I want to start with a water type. Or I want to start with a grass type. I'm always going to start with a fire type. I always have. I always will. And I don't think I've ever been steered too wrong with it. I think Litten is so great. Danny, you're not a big Popplio fan. You skipped on Popplio. I think to me Popplio was the only one that. I mean, who am I kidding? Popplio looked great. I was thinking about it going with my little clown seal dog, but there was no way that I wasn't going to get a fire cat, a dark fire cat whose evolved form's special move is a wrestling move. We need a little water. Give me a second. We just finished our Charmeleon. Let me drink some water. You're water people. All right, I got some water people in the chat. Danny, you said that his attack comes out of his nose and it just grosses me out. Can't get over it. You're right. That is really weird, and I'm not into it either. So you're right on that one. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, so the thing with Litten is that like its evolved form is a big cat man that has a wrestling belt made out of flames. Yeah, Roland, like Ronald, that's where I'm at. I'm always gonna go with fire types. I love a good fire type. I think like it's like there's so many great ones. I like a good fighting type, and so Also, a lot lately that the Fighting Fire has been close together. There have been a lot of those. All right, so we made our Charmeleon. That was easy and dumb. Now we're going to build the base, which is actually what most of the work is. I'm going to quickly check Twitter, see if anyone's saying anything nice. And there, nothing. Okay, nothing new. Zorbzy gave me a retweet, which is very nice. Let me just quickly check to see if anything's on fire. I mean, things are on fire. Nothing is on fire with the stream, it seems like. The stream seems good. Y'all seem good. Gothamist is gone, which is really weird. So my history with Gothamist.com is, they write some local stuff. So Gothamist focused on New York. That was their deal. Chicagoist focused on Chicago. And sometimes they were trash websites. Sometimes they broke interesting stories. They solved several cases involving crimes against people who were bikers. They were actually a really great supportive site for cyclists in New York City. I have a lot of respect for them. And then one time they wrote an article, an interview, about how the floating the idea that Pizza Rat could have been staged and fake. And I'm here to tell you that Pizza Rat is real, and they were wrong. And the anonymous people they talked to, and the people that put their names in the article, were all lying and wrong. The Pizza Rat is real, and I resent the implication that it is not a real thing that happened. So I always have a weird love-hate with Gothamist, since they basically accused me and Matt Little, the guy who posted the video and took the video and posted it. I was just there. I was just like, oh, check out that rat with that pizza. Matt was the person that was like, I should film this. And there was the belief that that is a trained rat, that we are patsies or we are in on it, which is wrong, which is a wrong statement. It is not fact. That is a fictional account of what happened, and a bummer that people would spread something like that. Really bummed me out. All right, I need a 4-piece here. So now we're building a base. Basically, we're building a stand for our Pokemon, which is fun. And I'm just kind of like looking at what needs to get placed where. They're pretty good at color coordinating where these pieces should go. They do a pretty good job of that. So I'm trying to not mess this up. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and look to the next page to see if okay, great. So it goes like that then. So if that goes like that, and these flame pieces are connected by this, then it has to go like that. And then that would go like this. Great. Nice and easy. So yeah, but I'm bummed that Gotham's got shut down. I'm very pro-union, so I'm certainly ashamed that instead of allowing his newsroom anchors to organize and unionize, that the owner of DNA Info and Gothamist and Chicagoist closed down all the sites. And then it closed them down, and then also was like, and the archives are gone. Took the archives down too, which seems shitty and petty. And I understand if it's not a good business model, but isn't it a little too convenient that it's such a bad business model happens, and then you're just like, oh, just when people were trying to unionize? That seems kind of like fucking bullshit. Pardon me for hitting my mic. I'm just so heated right now. So I was talking about it, what I've got going on this weekend. I should say, I don't have a link for it right now. I'm going to look it up in a moment. I have a comedy wrestling show. If you're a New York City person, it will not be filmed. It will only be live. I am performing comedy at UCB Theater in Chelsea. I have a comedy wrestling league where comedians do like a big long show that is basically a wrestling show. There's wrestling moves and wrestling characters. It's also a lot of fun. Um, and I recommend coming and checking that out. And I'm going to put the link in chat in just a second. So here's the link. It's UCBW is the comedy wrestling league that I run. It's the reason why I got involved with League of Heels. So that's a link to that. If you're in the New York area and you want to come to a comedy wrestling show, it's like a sketch show. Only every sketch is about wrestling. Is how I describe it. I'm in the main event. Beach Cop, the pride of Coney Island, is wrestling for the UCBW Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship of the World, taking on Laundromat, the guy who runs and owns a laundromat. Every day is laundry day for Laundromat, and he's a big jerk. So I am hoping to defeat him, take the title off of him, and bring the title back to Coney Island, where Beach Cop is from. And that's the dumb thing I'm doing a week from tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. I love UCBW. I've been running it for several years now. I'm going to keep doing it for a very long time. It's one of the dumbest, most creative things I've done. And because I do, yes, Harold, you got to get up here. Because I do UCBW, I was able to parlay that into helping Aaron Trites with League of Heels because the show we do at PAX, because I am the probably most experienced person to help with something like that, being that I am knowledgeable of video games and then also like know about wrestling and the theatrics of wrestling and all of that. So I believe the archive is on Twitch still, and it will be on League of Heels, our Australia show. Everything went wrong in the Australia show. I was not there to take the blame for it. But a lot of stuff went wrong with that show last week. I still think it turned out great. There's some actual, real great wrestling in the mix. Some fantastic independent wrestlers in Melbourne that did a great job, that looked really awesome. I'm very excited. I was very excited about that element of the show. The gameplay itself, things went wrong. Things went very wrong. So I'm not surprised that things went incredibly wrong. It's a bummer that they did. That archive will be on leagueofheels.com. And Aaron put the tweet out. I don't know if y'all know, but unfortunately, Aaron is a very incredibly busy person. I'm very busy. And we tried to make it work, but we're not doing League of Heels at PAX Unplugged this year. We were on the schedule. We were ready to do it, but it's just we can't do 4 shows in a year. It's just not going to work out for us. I'm still going down with 404ing it to Philly. I'll be going to Philly in 2 weeks. I'll be bringing 404ing it with me. My guests for that show are originally going to be Aaron, but Aaron couldn't make it, so we replaced Aaron with Max Temkin, who's one of the creators of Cards Against Humanity. We've got Austin Walker from Waypoint, and we've got Angela Weber from the Double Clicks, who I can't wait to do something comedy related with. We've never been able to work on anything together. She's wonderful, and I'm very excited to have her on the show. Along with Max's return. It's been a long time since Max has been on. And we'll also have Austin, who I love having. I had him on twice last year, so I can't wait to have Austin. And also, by agreeing to do my show, Austin is giving himself a mini vacation where he goes to Philadelphia and relaxes a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted him to do the show, was to make him relax and take a little vacation, because that man works very hard and I love him and I want him to take a break. So we'll play board games and hang out, and he'll do one show. I think he's only on one panel, and then hopefully he'll have a little bit of relaxing time. That was my sub goal with convincing him to come do it. All right, this is coming together pretty easily. Angela's cool. Angela is very cool. We're kind of like Twitter friends at this point. We have a lot of mutual friends in common, So I was able to make that, and I met her in person for real this PAX Prime, or West, I should say. So she's going to be a fantastic guest. I can't wait to show videos. I've never done 2 404 in the same month, and I'm going to peek behind the curtain, friends. I was going to phone in the show and do the segments that I'm doing on Sunday. I was going to do them again when I got to PAX Unplugged. But now that that show's streaming and it's not, and I can't phone in the show, I can't recycle material. I've got to do it for reals. I'm gonna do 2 new segments. But the original idea was that the thing I was doing on this Sunday at GaymerX East was gonna just be like a dark show. Wouldn't end up online. Would have just done it to do it. But that didn't work out. All right, so I'm making some flames here, but it's also like I can fucking write a show, or not write a show. I can come up with 2 segments, no problem. I was just being a little lazy because I had the option of being a little lazy. Whoop, dropped a flame, found a flame. That's the first drop I did in this build, so that's pretty good considering we're almost done. Yeah, like I said, these are not. This is not a complicated thing. This is not a hard thing to do. I've been able to really talk and chat with y'all while making this stage, and it should slide in the box pretty easily. I might have to take this tall piece off, but I'm probably going to be able to get all of this into the box just by sliding it in, which will make transport very easy. The only trick with this is knowing that I have to. These flames want to go into the holder all the way, but that doesn't work out when you want to snap it down. That's like the one thing about this that I found, is you actually don't want to put the flame all the way in. You don't want to sink the flame all the way into the holder, the red holder piece. So you just want to kind of work that out. This is a fun little build. I'm having fun doing it. It's kind of cool. Like, I don't know mega constructs from my left hand, but the good quality pieces. The custom pieces I think are cool. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put the holder piece in and then put the flame on second instead of building it. That seems to actually be better. I should have done that. Now I know, which is interesting. And then one more here. Great, those are our flames. Yeah. Now we're gonna build some fire. We're gonna big old fire pieces. We need one of these and one of these and 2 of these. All right, so we're building. Oops, drop the piece. I'm gonna have to. Oh, drop 2 pieces. Hey, isn't that funny that when I said, hey, I haven't dropped anything, I immediately dropped something? Isn't that very Pat Baer of me? All right, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's almost like I jinked myself by talking about dropping something. All right, so we'll do this. I dropped one of the connectors. It fell in a place I can't find it. I will find it sooner or later. All right, let's take a flame. We're going to take a flame. We're going to take this one. So that goes in here like that. This connects like this. And then that goes like that. Look at that. And then we got ourselves a cool fire flame. Cool flames. Cool flames. And then this goes into this. Look at that. And then this goes into this. And it looks like actually the piece that I dropped might be a spare. If it is, that would be great, because that would mean that I can just have it be an extra piece that I lost. But it could be that I'm wrong. All right, so we got some fire here. Kind of move that like this, getting all flamey on us. And then we'll put the other one here, where that goes. Got some fire going. I'm going to turn this around so you can see that. Yes, it's lost in the bear cave, Danny. You're quite right. Yeah, so that was just an extra piece. Looks like they gave us a couple spares. There's a little baggie that I kept for that. I'll just put that back in the box here. And then that other little piece, which was an extra, I will find sooner or later, and I will connect them. Actually, what I'll do is I'll kind of connect these two so that way they're just one bigger piece. And then the last thing we have to build, I'm going to do it right over here, is we're going to build a Pokeball. Oops. And that Pokeball right there, lives here on the doesn't actually, just kind of sits there. And then that's our set. Kind of put Charmeleon, I should say, not Charmander. We'll put Charmeleon there. We'll put our Pokeball there. That's it. That was a really simple, easy thing, right? Like I said, this is a very simple build. Not hard to do at all. Came together very quickly. Dropped one little piece that I'll find later, but that was an extra. There's a bunch. I put some of them up on my Amazon wishlist, as I said. But yeah, that's it. That's that kit. So I'm not going to run off right away. I'm actually going to see how it fits in the box. Oops. Pokeball dropped, but I will get that. It's actually going to roll right back to me. Yeah, so if I take the fire out, and I take this long post out, it'll slide right in. And then I can take the tail off my Charmeleon. There. And I'll put a little packing stuff in there for when eventually I mail this out to a lucky person. And that's it. That's the Mega Constructs. Yeah, that Gyarados is cool looking. That's something I might want to build at some point. So that's it. Give me 1 second. Let me show the Millennium Falcon to y'all, because that's what we're going to work on next. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, hello, welcome back. So I can't even put this whole thing on this is what we're working on next, y'all. The box doesn't fit on the table. It is crazy. It is a beautiful, wonderful, stupid. I'm building a Millennium Falcon. This is the Force Awakens Millennium Falcon. You can see on the bottom there's some damage to the box and shipping. It looks like right there we got. Look at all these people. We got Rey here. We got Finn, Chewbacca, Old Man Han Solo, some Raiders. I got a BB-8. Look at this thing. I'm just so happy to build it. It's a huge, stupid box. It opens up in the top. It shoots laser beams. Yeah, you can open it up and take a look inside, put people there, and have laser blast happening, and on the outside, and it's just like unbelievable. Unbelievable that I get to build this. I don't know who bought this from me. Someone bought it for me, and it's rad as fuck. I took all of the bags out of it because the box is so big, so I could put the box away and store the bags in another place. But yeah, this is the Millennium Falcon. It's 1,329 pieces. I can't believe I get to build this. So, like I said, this Saturday, I'll put the right thing there, right? I gotta put the right overlay, and I can actually delete this. Remove that, and then we got that one. Great. No Star Destroyers, no Death Stars, none of that. No. I can't be my life, and I also don't know where I would do it all that. So, uh, this is it. This is the next build. Like I said, at the beginning of the stream, those of you who joined late, this Saturday, actually up in the air a little bit. My hope is that I will definitely be here building with you. If I'm not here building with you, it's because I'm on an extra live stream. I might take a Mega Construct there and do some building. I might just be hanging out and not doing any building. But I will host that stream on my channel, so you can watch that. That's the plan. So either I'm starting this nonsense project on Saturday, or I'm gonna take one of the Mega Constructs to a extra live stream, and I'll be there in the evening for me, early evening, which would be afternoon for a lot of people. And I'll stream several hours and hang out and just be there for a friend of mine who's doing a crazy long extra live stream. Still, there's a chance that won't happen, in which case I'll just be here. Check my Twitter for that. Links in the YouTube description, twitter.com/PatBaer, patreon.com/PatBaer, youtube.com/PatBaer. I'm putting the archive up here tonight for my Patreon backers. Everybody else has to watch that tomorrow. The YouTube stream will be up there. I'm gonna do, like I said, on Saturday. I'll hopefully be streaming with somebody. It's Alex. It's Alex's stream where he's just playing the drums all day and night, and maybe he'll want me to be there because we talked about doing it. So I guess I'm gonna show up during Alex's stream and hang out with him. Maybe do a little singing. Maybe do a little singing if he's got some songs in there, because otherwise it's just Alex fucking drumming all day at his office. So the only way that, okay, I'll tell this. The only way that it won't work out, that I won't join Alex Navarro of GiantBomb.com for his extra live stream on Saturday, is if security on Saturday is weird about having a guest, because I would be a guest in the building. If their security is weird and doesn't want me to come in, then I won't be able to guest because it's a Saturday, and that's weird for normal businesses. So if that ends up happening, because we're hoping it won't, but if that ends up happening and being weird, then I won't do it. But otherwise, I'm gonna come and do that, and that's just for people on the stream. I haven't announced that on Twitter. Alex hasn't said anything, because if it doesn't happen, it's a bummer. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm just gonna stream here on Saturday, like normal at 9 p.m. Eastern. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chatting. I love my fun little chat. No, Ronald, I cannot say, don't you know who I am? Because they don't. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great evening. I'm going to wrap up there because I got to go and produce a comedy wrestling show tonight. I'm not wrestling. I'm just there to produce it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for building. We did the Mega Constructs. It was simple and easy. We finished our Exia that was bought by a lovely supporter of my Amazon wish list. Check the wish list. Tell me if you're buying something off the wish list so I can thank you and know who you are. Mailbag will be up tomorrow. Archive of this will be up tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great evening. Love you all, and good night.